minute videos so I can get to Sumeru already and do maybe the daily commissions there, because or I will break. It can be longer videos, half an hour videos maybe, or 20 minutes, but more than 3 videos per day without the care of the YouTube algorithm.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Let's go.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Kainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
No. Oh, it was it was all our fault.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her.
Oh.
This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself.
Oh, no.
I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Kainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Ooh. Oh, Kale.
Shh! Kale's asleep. Let's come back once she's feeling better.
Do they really added like sound, voice to the Paimon in this interaction? Really? And not to other things? I could have read that, you know? Ooh, a challenge.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we?
We shall.
To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma.
Ooh.
So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because...
Let us bend your ears.
Well, because Kale asked me to.
Oh, Kale.
And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you.
Ooh.
But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body.
What? Ooh. Ew. Oh, like the... No. I was going to say like the artifacts, but that's gold.
At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia.
Oh no.
In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
Oh no.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. They will lose all control over the body?
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
So, is there any cure for Elazar?
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation.
Is this a root or a tree? It's so big, dude.
Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor.
Ooh.
I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them.
Ooh. Ooh, my... Everything is ooh.
However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant.
They were testing things on her.
Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars.
No.
Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, that's why Paimon.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
No problem.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
How's Kale condition now?
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Wait, can we come along?
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Nilot Pala. I like how they add like
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully mature, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon, never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari. Scatter!
Why not, Paimon? We were learning. Oh, here. Aggravate.
Propagate!
Yeah, look, you know that? And that little thing does 9k.
Scatter! Allow me!
Oh, I need a better... Drop lighter.
Scatter!
Inactivated fungus and die. Ooh, music. Propagate. Not disturb.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Oh, it's like the core of the plant. But this is a lotus, it's not a vine.
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Oh, I need more. I will strip Sumeru of its resources, like a normal person would do.
Hey Tainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality.
Oh, thanks. We made them themselves. Well, ourselves.
I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Ooh.
Hey, Tainari!
Hey, Amir. Hey, Nasrin.
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Let's go. Oh no, chronic illness. Oh no, more lettuces. Why did it mark as new? We picked some, or maybe. Was that one different?
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
Oh no!
The Withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading, so we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Oh no. We will follow you.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in
That's
these
right.
lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the Withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
No problema.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the Withering's corrosive effects for a time.
Really? You heard of our deeds all across Liyue, Inazuma, and Mondstadt, and you're still like, oh no, it's too dangerous for you. Really, dude?
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here.
Don't you see our knees? They are already dentro.
Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
I might be able to help you with this. I can also control the elements.
But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Oh, because I am better than you, motherfucker.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me.
Yeah, that was what I was saying, dude. How can that be?
We typically only teach visitors how to identify the Withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close.
Ooh. I like saying ooh. Like, okay, he has heard of our tricks, and he's like, oh no, you can't accompany me because you can do this. You can't do this thing. Oh, it looks already muddy green.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash.
Ooh, maybe this thing is no longer capable of sustaining the illusion.
Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering.
Ew.
If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
Gotcha. Let's do this.
Thank you. But I must warn you. Don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather.
Oh, it's like
it could become a
cough,
matter of life and death.
like Dragon Spine. And dude, I was just noticed that he has a tail, so he's like, he really is like a cat.
You ready then? Let's go.
Jungle cat. Let's go. Okay.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Ooh, Electrograna, Dendrograna. Okay, these strange spirits that accompany the appearance of auspicious branches are Dendrograna that symbolize the protection of Dendro. When charged attacks and aim shots hit, Dendrograna will attack alongside them. There are also some objects that will appear throughout your adventure that can only be activated or destroyed using the power of Dendrograna. This species of bouncy mushrooms is a type of tree Lakshana creature. Under normal circumstances, you can jump on it to be bounced up to higher heights. Its elasticity will be further increased after you have activated using Electro. This species of bouncy mushrooms is a type of and can either be normal or dendro. The seen and unseen. Ooh. When three Lakshana creatures are activated using Electro, they will unleash a true sense pulse that may be able to display the location of certain hidden things. Oh. What did I grab? Dreadful Withering. The withering is not a fixed location. Instead, it refers to an area that has been corroded by some sort of mysterious and ominous power. In these areas, characters will accumulate decay. The speed of this accumulation will differ depending on the withering zone you are in. Dreadful Withering. Depending on how much decay you have accumulated, all your party members will have their all elemental resistance, physical resistance and max HP decrease. These stats will decrease more in accordance with the amount of decay accrued. If you remain within withering zones after you fully accumulated decay, all your party members will fall. Oh, dude! You must use the power of Dendrograna to clear the withering away. Only via this method can you destroy the withering branches that spread this corrosive power. Only when all the withering branches within a withering zone are destroyed can the tumor of the withering and the beating hearts of the area be destroyed. It remembers a little bit of me like Kenna. I just got a little bit of Kenna. But it's like that. Most withering zones can be destroyed in this way, but within the withering zones, candles of life and flames life may appear and help to decrease the accumulation of decay. Report for the dwarves before entering the withering zone. Okay, it's like that, yeah. Oh. He has problems. I will catch that. Oh, dude. The dangers. There are other perils within the withering zones, apart from decay. Monsters that have been corroded by this environment and fetid bugs that grow in the area will attack characters within, causing decay to accumulate. In addition, the tumor of the withering will exhort disciples of decay to come forth and attack. Oh, these are monsters who have utterly fallen under the influence of the withering and have the protection of the withering against damage. Use Dendro or Dendrograna to effectively destroy the shields guarding these monsters. Ooh.
Propagate! Come on out. Emerge, right now.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Ew. Oh!
Scatter!
A monster with fungus. A monster with basic intelligence that evolved from spores. When first hit by electro or pyro attacks, it will enter either an activated or a scorched state based on the elemental attack type used. Defeat this transformed fungus to obtain different types of rewards. Ooh, okay. Oh, do. Oh, dude.
Motion to compel. Propagate. A brash maneuver.
Oh, dude.
Allow me.
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
Nice. Yeah, it's like an...
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now.
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
Dude, they hit very hard. And the other, and the like bandits, mercenaries, they hit very quick. Maybe it will be difficult. I will need a shield, definitely.
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover.
Ooh.
This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Ooh, maybe she's the cause.
Huh? But why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Is there no way to permanently get rid of the withering?
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world.
Oh no, Khaenri'ah.
By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Yeah, the tree, right? I think I've heard of it somewhere before.
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards.
Ooh.
I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground, all the way up to the surface.
Spreading and extending. A massive cavern. Sounds a lot like what I saw when I lost consciousness in that cave. In the cave.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day.
Maybe they just flipped Khaenri'ah and we're living on the back end of it?
The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
Huh? You mean Irminsul is sick?
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
It's time! You're right. It took a little bit more time than I wanted, but we are done with this video. See you. Dude, I really got pushed by that conga. See you guys later.